Shalom, shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Waharaka Kodash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways, teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And we kind of knew the way these Israelis be moving. They hella confident right now. So it looks like they about to launch a ground invasion, the extent of which, it's hard to say, maybe a small incursion, but it's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. And like we've been saying, man, this is all building towards, the inevitable. All right, World War III and the destruction of America, man. So we're just watching it unfold. We're watching the pride and the arrogancy play out, as it always does. All right, as it always does. The arrogancy and pride of man is that they're the one that's in control, man. Their heart is removed from their maker, man. These men are feeling hella wise, hella bold, hella strong.
On the other side of the world in the Middle East, it's our understanding that Israel may be now launching a limited operation into Lebanon. Are you aware of that? Are you comfortable with their plan?
I'm more aware than you might know, and I'm comfortable with them stopping. We should have a ceasefire now. Thank you.
I expect Iran to retaliate.
השלב הבא במלחמה נגד חיזבאללה יתחיל בקרוב, וזה יהווה גורם משמעותי בשינוי המצב הביטחוני ויאפשר לנו להשלים את החלק החשוב של החזרת התושבים לבתיהם. את זה אנחנו נעשה, וכמו שאמרתי כאן לפני חודש, אנחנו נעביר את מרכז הכובד. כך אני אומר עכשיו, אנחנו נשנה את המצב ונחזיר את התושבים הביתה בכל מאמץ שהעניין הזה.
Yeah, everything these dudes doing ain't towards bringing no damn returning them residents. They're trying to gain even more land than they had before. That's what this is all about. But I got another clip. All right, so this is from Iran, and people are getting frustrated with Iran, man, because they they ain't going in on the Zionists, man. So there's people in Iran frustrated, they're protesting. They wanna see Israel pay. Because really Iran and their allies have shown great restraint in regards to the Israeli state. They really been doing the most for a long time. But like we've been saying, it's supposed to be like that. These men are supposed to be getting emboldened and prideful, and they're supposed to do the most until the Lord put a full stop to them, rise up a spirit against them. In fact, it tells you that in the book of Job, right? And 5, seeing his days are determined, and the number of his months are with thee, thou hast pointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So they're on the road to perdition, but they got to go down that path. This is part of that path, man. But eventually these nations are going to strike back. All right, and the damage they're going to take is going to warrant the Babylon the Great to step in to try and save them from utter destruction. And then we know where that's going to go. That's the Valley of Jehoshaphat. That is the war to end all wars, man, because it's going to usher in the coming of our Lord. All right, so we watching what's going on. And like I said, this is just more steps along that path.
what's being described as a limited ground invasion could already be underway. We believe small raids are already being carried out inside this country by Israeli special forces. Well, let me just show you these images that came in from our cameras just a short while ago.
This was a man of war, man. For real. You know, it's funny, man. Esau can display all this destructive power. But then, you know, Jake pop off a little 45. You know, Jake pop off some little thing. And, you know, Jake is the most violent creature, the most savage and violent creature on the earth. Meanwhile, Esau's killing by the tens of thousands. It's crazy.
You're looking at heavy artillery fire in border towns. Local media here are already reporting that they can see tanks in a town called Ramish in southern Lebanon, although we haven't been able to verify or confirm that ourselves. But what is clear this evening is that a ground incursion is either limited or imminent, or it has already started. And the word limited continues to be used. Israel informed their counterparts in the United States and told them that they were going to do this. And of course, the United States has counseled Israel and told them to keep it limited in both scope and geography, because they're concerned that this could escalate into a much bigger war.
And eventually it will. It might not be this time, but eventually it will, you know. And it's really down to the Spirit of the Lord. The Lord gonna put the Spirit on them nations, man, to say enough is enough, man. The pressure's gonna build, and the Lord's gonna release that pressure. All right, but right now, you know, the ministry is still in full effect, so everything has to be done according to His time. All right, this is Revelation 7 and 3. Verse 2, and I saw an angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads. All right, so the men of the Lord have to be sealed. And once they're sealed, all bets are off, man. Things are going to start happening fast. But, you know, whether or not something truly significant happens before the election or just after, we gotta wait to see how they're gonna play it out. But these are, you know, if, like I said, everything that's happening right now is all part of the plan. It's all building up towards what we look for, man. The day of our Lord's coming. So it's very, very pleasing.
Let's speak now to my colleague John Sparks, who's here with me now. And John, for the entire week that we've been here, and we've seen all of these developments, from the pages exploding, the walkie-talkies exploding, the targeted strikes on top Hezbollah commanders, and then the dramatic events of the weekend where Hassan Nasrallah was killed. The idea of a ground offensive has almost haunted this country for about a week and a half.
It's true, and we have got here...
Haunted, some would almost say terrorized. Because that's what they're doing, they're terrorizing the Lebanese people. And then, you know, trying to put pressure on the Lebanese leaders to turn against their leaders. The Lebanese people to turn against their leaders, man, through fear of the terrorization.
Got to this position very quickly, haven't we? The acceleration, the intensification has taken place, over 8 or 9 days. That is extraordinary. I'll go over some of the latest Lebanese media reporting tonight that they are hearing heavy artillery fire and tank fire in southern Lebanon. That sounds and feels like the ground is being softened up. This after a massive aerial bombardment by the Israelis. Sky News has confirmed from the Lebanese military, from the Lebanese army, that they are repositioning away from the Lebanese frontier. They are moving back. We don't know how far, but they are on the move. We also understand from UNIFIL, the UN has a force, a peace order. UNIFIL
so there could be a possibility that Israel could annex that territory, man. But that's all good. You see, the Lord is gonna make these men think that everything's going to plan, man. that's good, because the day's gonna come where the whole thing gonna flip on them.
Told us that they have gone back to their bases. They are not patrolling. They are not going out of their bases. They're not going anywhere, basically. And I think that gives you a very indication of what's going on. 3 Israeli towns in northern Israel, they have been declared closed military zones by the IDF, by the Israel Defense Forces. All the indications are there, all the signs that a ground operation, an incursion, is either just about to start or is already underway.
And while Hezbollah as an organization feels like it has been decapitated and their weapons, their artillery has been smashed and destroyed by the Israelis in the course of the last week, their top commander's gone, their special forces, the head of their special forces unit assassinated and killed, Hassan Nasrallah dead, one would think, okay, they're leaderless and there's tens of thousands of men heavily armed. However, many of them are battle-hardened from the war in Syria, for example. They have asked Israel to come in. We heard that from the Deputy Secretary General of Hezbollah today.
Yeah. So it's interesting, man, because my first initial thoughts on this was that they might be setting a trap for these dudes to put boots on the ground and then touch them up differently. But we're going to see.
Saying, we are ready for you when you come.
This operation is fraught with risk for the Israelis. I think it was interesting that after the pager, the walkie-talkie explosions, Hassan Nasrallah, he held a speech, a much anticipated speech, and in that speech, he said, I welcome Israelis to come into southern Lebanon. He said that it will be an opportunity for us, a terrible trap for you. He welcomed it. I think he was playing with words. I don't believe for a minute that he actually wanted an Israeli invasion of southern Lebanon, but that's what he said, and he said it for a good reason, which is that Hezbollah believes that they are on a better military footing when the Israelis are on the southern Lebanese side. They know the territory, they're dug in, they have battle-hardened fighters, tens of thousands of them. One thing Nasrallah did was he sent Hezbollah fighters to Syria to fight on the side of Bashar al-Assad and ultimately probably kept him in power. That's the reason he's probably still there, after the civil war. They have come back. There are people that Hezbollah have who know how to fight. They also have tens of thousands of weapons. Many of those will have been destroyed over the past 8 days. Some won't. They may be repositioning them. Again, this is fraught with risk for the Israelis.
Yeah, I mean, one thing is clear. There is not much they can do about the aerial bombardment, but a ground incursion and fighting that kind of traditional warfare is a different ballgame.
That's right. Nasrallah said in his speeches, you've got the technology.
So we'll see how it plays out. It could be that they allow the Israelis to annex some territories, or this could be a trap. We're going to see. Either way it goes, like I said, we know where this ends. It don't end in peace. You know what I mean? Just bare destruction, man. So let Netanyahu and them, man, continue to do what they're doing. All right? It's very interesting, man. So keep your eyes open, man. Keep your eyes open, man. A lot of things are going to be happening simultaneously to this, because that's how these prophecies are coming. They're really unfolding simultaneously. The algorithms, man, working on a lot of things right now. So that's why we got to keep our eyes open, man. We can't be asleep. This is 1 Thessalonians 5 and 5. Ye are the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night and nor of darkness. Like the majority of our people, they're in the darkness, man. They don't know what's going on. All right. They're consumed mainly by entertainment and flipping these celebrity relationships, and this person cheated on this person, even though these celebrities don't have no real relationships. They're literally witches and warlocks. They're bought and paid for. And their life is pretty much a script, if you didn't know. Like, most of this celebrity shit is just staged events to keep the people turning. But, our people are all caught up in rap beef and all this foolishness. And they don't know what lies ahead, man. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. So we watch sober-minded, meaning we don't get bugged out by the things that we see because we measure the time, through the scriptures. All right, but we're definitely watching and keeping an eye to all these different things, man. All these different last prophecies in the last days unfolding simultaneously. All right, so keep your eyes open, man. All right, Shalom.